Chest flies are one of those great exercises that can really directly hit your pectoral muscles. The challenge, though, is that they can put a lot of leverage on the shoulder joint, which is why a lot of times we may do this exercise and feel like it's all in the deltoid or in the biceps for supportive, and they may be popping and clicking if we're out of alignment with it. And a lot of times we may rightfully assume it's because we're locking our shoulders into place. Remember, with a lot of pushing and pulling exercises, we want scapular movement so that the force in the arms, or the resistance, can transfer through to the rest of the torso and the body. So if we're kind of locking our shoulders into place, it can get really kind of awkward and kind of tight in those joints, which is why we want to make sure our shoulders are forward at the top of the fly and then retracting towards the bottom of the fly. And that protraction and retraction helps us get a lot more focus in the chest while using our back for stability and taking a lot more stress out of those shoulder joints. But it's not just the protraction, retraction of the shoulders, or forward and backward motion, you want to be careful of. Because if you have any elevation habitually happening in your shoulders while you're doing this, it's going to take the stress or the work right out of your chest, which is why when we're protracted, we can have some elevation in our shoulders coming up just a bit. But when you pull your shoulders back, you also want to use your lats and pull everything down. Even if you're elevating a few millimeters, that can make all the difference in the world in how effectively you're able to get the force into your muscles and out of your joints, and getting your back engaged, almost like you're pulling your shoulders back and down into the bottom of the fly, is key for making that happen. Of course, it can be kind of tricky to have the coordination of engaging and using your back while you're pushing forwards, which is why a lot of people struggle with that. But one of the best ways to learn that is to take some simple dip bars and do kind of like a reverse shrug, where you're engaging your lats, pulling the shoulder blades back, and engaging your lats, traps, and even your rectors to a degree to get that type of motion. So you get used to having that force go down your back, which is why a lot of people find that they get their chest more active in dips than push-ups and flies, is because you're inherently trying to use your back more for that stability. But that's a good way to warm up for doing your push-ups and your flies. Plus, also keep in mind that the fly should be a supplemental exercise for developing your chest. Push-ups, progressive push-ups, weighted push-ups, dips, these are still your bread and butter for working your chest muscles. Flies are a really good pre-exhaust or finisher move. And if you want to check out how I like to use chest flies with grind-style calisthenics, I put a little micro workout down below in the description for you. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the likes and the shares if you found this video helpful. Be fit and live free.